Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through a life update as such and what I get to on a daily basis with trying to drop some weight during this mini cut. So at the moment I'm just sitting on the spin bike here right under this lovely aircon unit as it is absolutely roasting outside. So I'm not doing any cardio outside at the moment, still all indoors as I am still pretty heavy, so I'm trying to keep it as low impact as possible. But if you haven't already, please be sure to share and subscribe and sit back, relax and enjoy the video. So for the last video, you might remember me having a black bottle on top of my car. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, or 2 days ago now, the bottle just exploded on me. I was braking somehow in the car. So I've had to get a new bottle and trying it out for the first time today. It looks it's gonna stand the job. It's stainless steel, so fingers crossed this time there won't be any issues or there won't be any cracks in it and it'll last me a lot longer. If you are interested, I can put the link in the description for you if you are interested in trying to get a bit of a bigger bottle or something that's a bit more reliable, because that's 2 of those black bottles that I've had now within the past year have now ended up breaking on me. So I've decided to go for a more expensive option in the hope that it'll last me longer this time.
A few moments later.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities.
Alright, so session's done now. Kind of say it was early morning, but by the time I actually finished, it is now after 12. Took me about an hour and a half to get done as I was just really enjoying the session today and just feeling a really good pump from it. So I extended the session by a couple of sets, which then meant it ran over by about near enough 20 minutes. Great session now, so I'm going to head and get some chicken. Ben, who's been doing some of the filming for me, is going to actually choose what I get in here. It's all healthy food anyway, so it's not too much of an issue. And then I need to head to Lidl after to pick up some pieces of chicken and a few other bits. There's not much left in the house after eating so much over the weekend. Right, so Ben's chose the lunch and breakfast for today. He's got me a burrito, and if any of you know, I absolutely hate burritos, so he's done me absolutely disgusting here. But the only good thing is we've got some garlic mayo, so I'm going to try and drown it in that to try and make me feel somewhat better. So I want to talk about how it's possible for me to eat something like a Pepe's where I was earlier, and how I can fit it into my calories without actually knowing how much calories I had. And it's very simple. There's a couple of ways. Firstly, I don't worry about it. I feel like if you're worrying about it, you're going to then possibly eat less food, and it can just have a negative effect on the diet process that you're on, which could then lead to binging at a later stage. As well as that, I will overestimate the calories that were in the foods that I had today, which were the chips and the burrito. So that means for the rest of the day, I will think of eating less calories, and ways to do that would be by removing carbs from meals. So for instance, when I'm having my dinner later, which is normally chicken or turkey mince, with rice or potatoes and some veg. I will remove the rice or potatoes and just have maybe say chicken and veg, which will then save me on some calories to make sure that I stay within my daily limit, because if I go over it, then obviously it's going to have negative effects further down the line. And I also want to make sure that I can stay on a deficit to get this mini cut finished as quick as possible, because the goal is to finish the mini cut as quick as possible and get back into a bulk. For yourselves, if you are going out and eating some food, give yourselves a break. Everybody's allowed to treat every once in a while, but if you are going out 4 or 5 times a week to have meals, then I think you need to have a look at it. But at the same time, the best thing to do is just overestimate the foods that you're eating and pull back on some of the calories in other meals that you'd be eating throughout the day. And as you can see, the weather has calmed down a bit. It's not as warm, it's not as bright. So I'm hopefully going to try and get out for a bit of a walk today and just to get a few more steps in. I think now it's time to try and really increase the steps up to about 10k, because I'm hitting around 6-7k a day. So I really want to try and now and aim to hit an extra 3 or 4k steps a day, just to really make sure I can start getting this weight off, as I have dropped some more weight today. I'm back down into the 91 kilogram bracket, but I still have a lot to do. So these are just some of the measures that I'm now going to take to make sure that I can strip this weight off a bit quicker, as the goal at the end of the day is to get back into bulk and put on as much muscle as possible. I'm back from the gym now. I've just had my shower because I was absolutely stinking. But I've made myself some food here. It's something a little bit different from today. So I'll show you it now. I don't know what it's going to taste like, as I've never tried it before. It is similar to my protein cookie, but it's done a little bit differently. So we'll see how it goes. And here we are. So all the same ingredients have been used as usual. We've got our oats and vanilla protein and our blueberries, and some strawberries are in it today. The only differences that I've made is that I've put some Nutella, or actually chocolate spread, on the top. I'll show you it here now. It's this my protein chocolate spread, 21% protein. I think there's a total of 15 grams of protein in it. Macros are actually really good as well. There's only 220 calories in it. There's about 30 grams of protein, and there's probably about 50 grams of carbohydrates. I'm not too sure on the fat content, but I'll let you know that. But yeah, I'm going to have this as my lunch today. Just something a little bit different from the chicken wraps I'm used to having. Alright, so I've just tried a bit of it so far, and some on the spoon here, and it is actually really nice. I didn't think it would have been as nice as it's turned out, as sometimes the cookies can be a little bit dry, whereas this isn't dry at all, and there's not much else added to it. Normally I'm having a big bottle of water beside me, but thankfully I'm not needing it this time. Alright, so it's 8 o'clock at the moment, and it's came up to dinner time. I've been doing definitely a good bit of cooking today, and I've now made up some homemade salty chili chicken and chips. So as you can see here, I've just blended a load of spices together. I have put that on some egg whites so that it will stick onto the chicken, and then I've stuck it in the air fryer for about 12 minutes, and then swapping over to make sure both sides are cooked. The chips are just the standard way as well in the air fryer. Definitely a healthy meal tonight, of somewhat of a fake way you could call it. So I'm going to have this now, and then I have a few more clients, and then I can chill for the rest of the night.